All of that comes and goes. Larry, we got breaking news.
Breaking news?
It's big breaking news because the 49ers just got better through absolutely no action of their own. As a matter of fact, the whole world that the NFC West lives in just got a little bit easier for every team but the Rams. One of the single greatest players you and I have ever watched in our lives, and that's not hyperbole, that's not being caught up in the moment. Aaron Donald is retiring from the NFL. The big man in the middle is no longer in the middle of the Rams defense. Larry, first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the single greatest defensive tackles ever, Aaron Donald.
Yeah, I mean, and it's amazing too that I think he went in the middle of the first round in the 2014 draft. I mean, that's amazing if you think about it. I mean, or the 23rd, or I think he went 13th overall in the 2014 draft or something like that. I mean, this guy was everything. In college, he won every award there was. I don't know that there was a more decorated defensive lineman I've ever seen come into the NFL than Aaron Donald. And nobody loved him because he was 6'1", 280. And, you're not heavy enough. You're not tall enough. You're not this enough. You're not that enough. And all he was the best, most incredible mover at 280 pounds we've ever seen. In a lot of ways, I feel like this is the greatest defensive tackle of all time. I know that's kind of heresy because there was Mean Joe Green, there was Reggie White, there were others, and there have been others. But Aaron Donald is, the hand usage, the strength, the technician, the speed, the power. I mean, the guy, heck, when the money was on the table against the Niners and the Bengals in their run to the Super Bowl, man, he stepped up in all the biggest moments.
Yep.
And he was the reason that they won. So he's a great, great player.
13th overall, 2014, 10-time Pro Bowler, 8-time All-Pro, Rookie of the Year, a Super Bowl champion. He is on the all 2010s All-Decade team. Truly an all-timer. And we over-exaggerate players' positions in all-time thing. Like any heavyweight fight you sit ringside at is the best heavyweight fight you've ever seen. You know what I mean? And we see a great player come around and we try to attach probably more greatness to them just to say we saw it. We did see one of the all-timers. In our lifetimes, we might not see a better defensive tackle than Aaron Donald going forward. Like, that guy comes around once every 25 years.
Yeah, no, he's an incredibly special player. I got wind of this in the last 48 hours that this was going down. You saw Aaron Donald on his own.
They restructured, didn't they? Like, they just restructured with him, and then he was like, nah, I'm walking.
Wednesday, he put out on his IG the eyeballs thing, and either people were thinking, man, the Rams are about on the verge to add somebody special, or maybe Aaron Donald is at the end. And sure enough, he is at the end. And, he's had a great career for sure. This is why the Rams, went all in when they did, because they knew they had a special player or two. Look where Stafford is. Look where Cooper Kupp is. Look where Aaron Donald is now. Look where they were, where they've been on the cap the last couple of years. They went all in to win a Super Bowl, and they got it done.
They did.
And that's the one thing. The one thing that the Rams have done, the Niners have not been able to do. The Niners have not been able to go all in and win a Super Bowl. They haven't had the peaks and the valleys. And it's like, you kind of ask yourself, as a fan, would you rather have what the Rams have, which is one Super Bowl championship and some dormant years, and probably a couple more dormant years coming, let's be honest? Or would you rather be where the Niners are, where they don't have the Super Bowl, but, man, they've been in the NFC Championship game. They've been to multiple Super Bowls. They're much more consistent. They're not giving away years. They're giving you a constant, they're in the mix run. I mean, what would you rather have? What's more important, the journey or the destination? Is it more important to have the 6 Lombardi in the trophy case, or to or to have consistent a consistently competitive outfit, as opposed to the way the Rams did it, where they sold out. They had an amazing roster. They won the Super Bowl, and now they've been kind of almost irrelevant.
It's like a beauty in the eye of the beholder situation. By the way, that irrelevant team was in the playoffs this year. I mean, the Rams, technically, I think, even with Aaron Donald's retirement, would best be described as ascending. I don't think they're the second best team in the NFC West. It's 49ers, Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals.
I don't know if I would say they're ascending, because you still have your best players on offense being Matthew Stafford. Stafford is 36 years old, and Cooper Kupp seemingly his body is starting to fail him. You did find Puka Nacua this year, and you just rebuilt your offensive line, but Cooper Kupp's on the wrong side of 30. So I don't know. I'm not sure where the Rams are.
They've got a nameless, faceless, yet producing defense, a nameless, faceless defense that becomes even more nameless and faceless with Aaron Donald's retirement. But McVay, McVay's really good, dude.
McVay's really good, but if you're a hardcore football fan, name somebody on the Rams front seven. Go ahead.
You're right. Now you can't anymore. By the way, everyone in the NFC West except the Arizona Cardinals got better after the Cardinals traded Rondale Moore out of the division for a quarterback who might not be a pro quarterback and won't play because he's behind Kyler Murray. Rondale Moore traded to Atlanta for Desmond Ridder. Arizona Cardinals, you're not good at this. I don't know what to tell you. What are you doing? Why would the Arizona Cardinals flip a ascending, productive wide receiver for a all precincts unimpressed backup quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Rondale Moore fan. I really think he's a good player, so I really don't like this move. And I'm not a Desmond Ridder guy. It's amazing how quickly the bloom came off that rose. And I'll say this, I'm not even 100% convinced that Desmond Ridder is better than their other backup quarterback, Clayton Tune. So yeah, the Cardinals, the Cardinals are the Cardinals. So they're constant. I mean, they traded last year for Dobbs. They're trading for Desmond Ridder. They're gonna survive or fail based on Kyler Murray. I will say this: I like that the Cardinals. I like some of the moves they've made. I like Jonah Williams stepping in at right tackle. They're moving Paris Johnson to left tackle. They've got the makings there of a decent offensive line. James Conner's not bad. They signed Bilal Nichols, Justin Jones up front, Sean Murphy Bunting, a nice cover corner on the back end. But yeah, so the Cardinals are a mess as an organization. They don't, we'll see where they go.